What's up from the Indiana Fan Tracker from the Indianapolis Zoo today? Had a request for us to do a zoo. We have our zoo membership, but you know, the last time we did a zoo video, it was super cold because it was the Winter Wonderland lights that they do. So it's just a cloudy day. It's really nice. The zoo should be pretty busy today just because it's not like extremely hot. Let's go inside and check it out. Alright, so pro tip, when you come into the zoo, most people go to the oceans because it's just like right there. Now, you can go that way, but we suggest you turn left and you just start making your way back to some of the other exhibits and then pick up the oceans on your way out. So here they've built this really super nice pavilion, and sometimes they've got special events. Today they've got a special event here, but this is where they also do like their Christmas area. They do some Halloween things here. There's always something going on, and it's also where the bird show is. You can get your face painted like a lion. Wanna paint your face like a lion?
Not today.
No, thank you.
So tortoises can live to be over 100 years old. So he's a youngster.
Go penny, sis. You can go on this side.
Gonna find the ring-tailed lemur. We're just hanging out over in the corner. What's up, ringtails? You can get some caricatures made here of you.
What if we play?
We made it to Mystery Park, where we can meet a sloth. Give the plants a chance and stay on the path. Ooh, spooky. Like being in a rainforest. Because sloths, they live in vibrant rainforests of Central and South America. Almost there.
Mama.
They don't necessarily sleep for like 20
Wanna come and see it? No, don't go in.
So it'll be like
Go in.
10 minutes awake here, 30 minutes awake there, that kind of a thing throughout the day, and mostly throughout the night.
It's a
See
sloth,
nocturnal,
not a
so they're a lot more likely to move around later in the day. It's kind of like start of bedtime.
Sloth
Sleep that they tend to be.
At the Indianapolis Zoo, they do have rides. So they have a carousel, they have a train, they have a skyline, they've got where you can feed the birds or a giraffe or the flamingos. So there's all these where you can get 10 tickets for $25 or a single ticket is $3. But they also have a deal, and I don't know where it's posted, but where you can buy an all event experience, and sometimes that's a lot cheaper. All right, so we found out how much the tap bracelets are. How much are they, Zach?
10,
10 for a member, and then what if you're not a member?
$12.
So still a good deal though.
Playing. He's picking the fur out. See, he's trying to clean up.
That one. Oh, that's all it's
That flamingo can move really fast. Oh, he wanted to come over here. All right, so we're in where you feed the birds. And Lucas hasn't fed the birds yet, so we're gonna let Lucas feed the birds today. Lucas, are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready, buddy?
Can you hold it out? Oh, look, there he goes. See the birdie?
Lucas, look at me.
Look at that.
Pretty bird.
That pretty bird. Ah, the more bird. Baby. Baby. It's just for... Okay. That baby. That's... We did that.
Another one where you can feed the birds. These birds are a lot louder.
He said it wasn't clean enough.
Bath time. That's like Lucas in the bath. Splashes water everywhere. So over here we got a couple different guinea fowl. And they're kind of just hanging out over here. So way up there. And we're just hanging out.
Are you all done? Daddy?
Of course, anytime that you feed one of the animals here, they got these nice little washing stations. Always make sure you wash your hands after handling one of the animals. So one of the really nice things that the Indianapolis Zoo made was this nursing mom's nest. So it's an area where mom and children can go, only moms and children. And if you're needing to do your breastfeeding or just changing a dirty diaper or anything like that, it gives you that area to do that in comfort. And of course, some air conditioning as well. Oh, what's cool about the SkyTrain is out here, these ropes and everything that are out here, the orangutans can go up there. And the other day we saw where a mother and little baby one were up here playing. None of them are out right now. It's still a really cool concept. What are you guys gonna do?
The coaster.
All right, go. If you really want to have fun on this coaster, because it is a small coaster, sit in the back. It's a lot better if you're in the back. It's not one of those coasters that you want to be on the front end, unless you just don't like coasters.
Remain seated at all times, keeping
we're gonna
hands,
ride the train.
feet, and legs inside the car.
Dados con las manos, pies y piernas dentro del coche. Los niños que pueden sentarse correctamente sin ayuda deben estar sentados en el banco. Gracias y disfruten del viaje.
Get ready for a sneak peek at the work that goes on behind the scenes at the Indianapolis Zoo. You might be surprised what it takes to run a world-class conservation organization. Let's go. So the zoo's animal care staff does a big job preparing meals for our herd. Is the Animal Care Complex, where our veterinary staff is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This team cares for every animal at the zoo, from penguins to orangutans. The Indianapolis Zoo is one of only a few zoos in the country that has a full-time nutrition team member on staff. Our nutritionist generates custom diet plans for every animal based on their individual needs. varieties of flowers for the White River Gardens, and fresh vegetables for the animals to eat. Here at the fueling station, we convert the oil used in our cafes into biodiesel. This helps to fuel some of the vehicles used here at the zoo. On our left is the train barn, where our trains go at night. Our ride technicians check the trains daily to keep them running at their best. Many of the animals here at the zoo like to investigate or chew on leafy branches, which we call browse. Our staff cuts browse from trees and shrubs in this garden and all over zoo grounds. And we even receive some from our friends at the Indianapolis Museum of Art. On our right, we're passing the barn that our white rhinos and reticulated giraffes call home. If you look back, you'll see some extra tall doors, built so male giraffes as tall as 18 feet can walk through. You might not know, but you're an important part of the zoo's work too. Your visit helps support conservation bureaus who are protecting animals around the world. Thank you for being a part of our conservation story. You can find more stories about the Indianapolis Zoo's efforts to empower people and communities, both locally and globally, to advance animal conservation on Facebook and Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the train station, please stay seated until the train comes to a complete stop. At that time, collect your belongings and exit to your left, and proceed to the front of the train station. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Thank you for visiting, and on behalf of everyone here at the Indianapolis Zoo, have a wonderful visit.
Damas y caballeros, al llegar a la estación del tren, por favor permanezcan sentados hasta que se pare el tren por completo. En ese momento, recogen sus artículos personales y salgan a la izquierda, y sigan hasta la parte delantera de la estación. Esperamos que les haya gustado el...
Into the plains we go. Hello, giraffe. If you didn't know, this zoo train crossing is sponsored by Geico. You can literally sponsor anything you want. There's a zebra way back in the back, the wildebeest. Way back in the fence line. I don't know if you can see him. He's kind of just laying down back there, but you've got an ostrich. And over here you've got a greater cougar.
What doing?
He's just laying down.
Just laying down.
Just kind of resting. And our zebras are eating.
What that really eating?
You have to put in money if you want to
I don't know, maybe he's not hungry.
Here, come here, buddy.
No, lion! Lion!
So right now they're keeping the lionesses away from the lions because one of them killed one of the males in some kind of a territorial dispute. So now they're just keeping the males separate for a while. They're just out here sunning. I'm an ostrich, just want in my pen. cheetahs, the race for survival. So when you're here at the Indianapolis Zoo, of course, Tony Stewart, big Indiana guy, race car driver, you know, NASCAR and everything, retired now and an owner. But you can race a cheetah here. So you can see how fast you go versus when that cheetah would have caught you, and then how long it would have taken you to go versus that cheetah all the way down there.
Wait for the green light, see what you got.
Okay, when it turns green, Graham.
And there's the cheetahs. They're usually always sleeping. Well, one's kind of awake right now. He's back down. They're usually hanging out in this area. They've got this whole big area back here. Usually you can find them along that back wall over there. But today they're just hanging out right here.
See him, Lucas?
How are you waking up? And wake back.
Made it to the elephant.
Yeah.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah.
Made it to the elephant. And he's just hanging out in the back, throwing mud on himself. Trying to stay cool. Another one there.
Well, Dad talked about putting PVC pipe on the playset so it would do that with it. And we just didn't have it wet all year round.
Just getting a drink.
Like, our water bill's gonna sky high.
Drinking.
You ready, buddy? Yes. Ready. Just now.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Zoo duck. Oh, he disappeared. Superpower. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there he goes again. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Can you move me? To the top. To the top.
Where's the one with the big tusks?
And you know what I like about this exit?
What?
It's kind of plain. Wait, where are you going? Alright, so as you guys can see, the zoo is getting really busy. We were going to spend a full day at the zoo today. We're going to do that another time, and we'll have more video from the zoo for you guys at a later time. But what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the Children's Museum, have lunch there, and see some of the new exhibits over there that Greece just opened. So we're really excited about. There's two separate exhibits there. We made it. Made it to lunch. We are now at the Children's Museum. We're going to eat some lunch, and then we're going to go explore. It's an ancient artifact, and I don't want you to touch it. So there's two new areas to this Greece exhibit. The first is Take Me There, Greece, and the other one is Ancient Treasures of Greece. We're going to go to Take Me There, Greece first. Here we are, Take Me There, Greece.
Now, before we land, let's learn how to say hello in Greek. Yasa. Say it together. Yasa. Yasa. Wonderful.
And the airplane, and people are just jumping out the side.
We hope you enjoyed your class.
Don't jump.
After
Don't do it.
you may exit the plane and begin your exploration of our beautiful country. Have a wonderful...
Made it to Greece. First thing we see is a bus stop. Greek snacks. Over here you can learn how to spell some Greek words.
Hi, I'm Nina. Welcome to Greece. The Greek language has a different alphabet than English, though some letters look and sound the same. Touch a letter to hear its sound.
Let's hear O.
Theta. Huh. Mi. Y. I. Psi. Ps.
Thousands of years of history are on display here in Athens. The largest temple. Parthenon, way up top. Being a children's museum, there are a lot of interactive things. They've got a bakery here. So of course kids can come in here and they can play with food and they can act like they're making different things from Greece. More of a Greek home. It's a parade costume.
This is a map of the Corinth archaeology site. Touch a star on the map to dig in that location. Swipe your finger back and forth across it.
We're doing it. We're digging. There it is.
Ceramic perfume bottle. Touch and drag your find onto the correct shelf on the left. That's correct. This object belongs to the archaic Greek time period, making it 2,500 to 2,700 years old.
So over here you can go fishing. On a boat. And they're driving the boat and they're just fishing off the back. And he's just walking in the water. So here's a Greek pharmacy. On different medicines. Blood mill. Kind of work right now because a lot of people have been playing.
Yeah? So why don't we, since you just finished filling up the last one, why don't you let this girl take over and we can go to a different area, okay?
Now we're making all of the case.
You filled up lots of it, didn't you?
Press. Pressing it. Now they're making it.
They're making oil?
Here they go. In a restroom.
So this is, okay, so it's your intro, DSO.
And you can learn how to save the turtles in here.
So A, V is in A, T, the P is in R. You don't want to read out from this.
Turtle is healing. The healing turtle. So here we're going to learn about Greek music, different instruments they have. clothing there. Historic clothing.
Alright, well hello everybody, welcome. So my name is Rona, and I live here in Greece, and I've been traveling a lot with my friend Mina. She's been kind of like my travel guide while I'm here. And now I thought that I could be your travel guide so that we could go off to some Greek island nearby. Has anyone here ever traveled somewhere before? Yes, we have. Where have you traveled to? Florida. Where have you been? Illinois. Have you been somewhere too? Where have you been? You've been to Florida too. Awesome. Has anyone here ever visited an island before? Some of us. Where did you guys go?
NASA space program.
Oh, okay. Or we've been to Hawaii, an island way out in the middle of the ocean. We're going to be going to an island too. How about Greece? Has anyone ever actually been to Greece before? No, that's okay. We're actually going to be traveling to Greece using our senses today, so we can get there like super. Now it looks like my friend Nina is calling right now, so let's see what she thinks. That's awesome, Nina.
Say hi. Yasu, hello. It's so good to see you.
So I was just telling all my friends here about how we're going to be traveling somewhere and about how important it is for Greek people to travel too. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Oh yes. Many Greeks spend their summers traveling around the country and even go beyond the mainland. There are 6,000 Greek islands to visit. For many of us Greeks, we like to visit new places and meet new people. It's important to me to learn more about my neighbors and how we can be so different from us from being Greek.
So do you have any recommendations of which island you think that all of our friends here should go to?
How about my home island, Chios? I just love the tiny villages like Kyrgyz that have the amazing designs on the buildings. Chios has the most exciting Easter holiday too. Oh, definitely take them to visit my family's basket trip. Have fun visiting everyone. I've got to go pack for my next trip, so I'll see you later. Yasas, bye.
Yasas, can everyone say Yasas, Nina, bye? Perfect. Well, she said that we should go to Chios. That's where she's from. And so first, we've got to find Chios on our map here. Can anyone see if they can find it on the map? It's in the North Aegean region of islands. I'll give you a hint. It's in this area over here. Anyone see it? Do you see it? Can you point to it for us? Or you can just point to it. You don't see it? That's fine. Chios is actually right there. You guys see it? So Chios is actually a pretty small island. The entire island itself fits inside Indianapolis' 465 loop. So this is like our 465 loop, and here's Chios right inside of there. Normally we would take a ferry to get there from Athens, and it would take like 8 hours to get over there. But we were just going to be traveling there with our senses. We can touch things, smell things, look at things, and it's going to be super awesome. So the first thing that I heard Mina say was to visit the city of Pyrgi. Can you guys see that? Pyrgi. Yeah, it's kind of a funny name, right? So I'm going to take you on kind of a little tour, and I want you to look super closely at the buildings. Now, what's the first thing that you notice about the city? White. It's so white, right? So keep looking super closely as it gets closer in. What do you see? What do you notice there on the buildings? Yeah, kind of like drawings, I heard, kind of like little designs. Yeah, look at that. Super interesting. Lots of balconies and narrow streets and white walls everywhere. Absolutely. Now let's get a closer look. Now look at that. Have you ever seen buildings that look like this before? No, it's pretty unique, right? It's super cool. So how do you think that these people could have gotten all these designs onto the buildings? What's a way you think could happen? epoxy stove, which is a fun word. And they first put a layer of plaster outside the building. Can you feel that? How's it feel? It's very smooth. Yeah, you want to pass it around and feel it. Pass it over here to our friends. So they put plaster on the outside of the walls. And in the US, usually we put plaster kind of on the inside of our buildings. We put it on the walls indoors. But they put plaster on the outside of this. How's it feel? We got it. It's really smooth. And then after they have the plaster on there, they actually put on a second layer of something different. So this is black sand. And you get the black sand from the beaches of Chios. They have black sand beaches. Can you feel that? Tell me how that one feels. Super rough, right? Do you want to feel it? And then pass it down. What else do you notice about that sand layer? So we think it's pretty rough, right? What else do you see? Shiny, yeah, it's like sparkly. So I wonder if we were really in person here in Pearden, maybe if the buildings would kind of shine like the sand does. So they've got that layer of sand on there, right? Now there's one last layer to put on, which is whitewash. And so that's this white part right here. And so whitewash is like this super thin layer of white paint, which is why all these buildings are so bright white. But then they have to get the designs on there by scraping away the white so that we can see the black sand that's underneath. Now, what kind of tool do you think that they could use to get that black sand to show up? What do you think? A what? A chisel? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we use chisels a lot to kind of cut away some stuff. They don't use a chisel. What else do you think you could use? It's actually something very common that we use at dinner time. A fork, exactly. Isn't that weird? They use a simple fork, I know, to just scrape away all that whitewash. Yeah, right? And then we can see another picture too. Can you imagine how long it would take to scrape away each and every one of these little designs all over that building? That would take forever. So these people who make them are very, very talented, very skilled. And this actually started 1,000 years ago. Pyrenees had buildings that looked like this for a really long time, since medieval times. And they don't really know where it came from, but we've seen designs like this that are in northern Africa. And Chios has been an important shipping island for a really long time, so they think maybe people from northern Africa came to Chios and were like, hey, this is how we design our buildings. Here, take our technique. Or maybe people from Chios went and visited North Africa and they saw what they were doing to their buildings and wanted to bring it home as a souvenir. We really don't know. It's just this unique thing that they do, which is very cool. Now, something else that Nina said that we needed to do was we needed to visit the mastic farm. Now, what do you guys see? Trees. Trees all over the place, right? So these trees are mastic trees. Mastic is super important in Chios. It's like the only place where these kind of trees grow. And now, what else do you see like underneath the trees? Kind of looks like rocks. Yeah. You see these white? Yeah, it looks like sand, right? It's kind of powdery sand stuff underneath there. So these mastic trees, they produce something inside that we have to get out. Looks like that. What do you think it is? Yeah? Kind of like sap, right? What else do you think of whenever you think of sap from a tree? What? Can you think of anything that we use from sap? Yeah. Syrup, exactly. From maple trees, we can get syrup. So these are mastic trees, and they kind of have their own kind of sap inside that people in Chios love to get out. So what they do is they cut a little hole into the tree so that all of that sap can come and drip out. And then that white sand that we saw around the bottom catches it and makes it really hard. And so all through the summer, it's catching all those little drops of mastic until at the very end of the season, they pick out all the little pieces and they spend all winter long scraping away all the little imperfections in it. They got to scrape off that powder, that sand, and twigs or leaves that got stuck to it. It's a very, very lengthy process. And I actually have some mastic here that you can smell. So bring it up to the top and take a really deep breath. Deep sniff in and see, does it smell like anything you've smelled before? Doesn't look like you liked it. Some people like it, some people don't. It is a very interesting smell. Go ahead and like it?
What is light?
It is kind of a light smell. Yeah. What do you think? Be sure to let your grown-ups smell it too. What do you think? Does it smell like anything you guys have smelled before? Or does it smell like brand new?
Yeah.
You want to try it too? Yeah. Smells like glue? That's the first one. We hear kind of like pickly or vinegary. It smells kind of plain. It smells kind of weird. Or like kind of like mustard too is what we hear. And it smells a little like mustard to me too. And so, what do you think that people could use this mastic for? Why do they need it? Why do they collect it? Any ideas? Salt? Well, they do kind of use it like a spice, like salt. We'll put salt in our food. They'll put mastic in their food. They take all those little hard pieces and they ground it up into a spice. And they can put it in food. They even use it for ice cream. You think you would like mastic flavored ice cream? I don't know if I would either. But they put it in all kinds of baking and cooking. They even use it in like health and beauty products. And they use it for this stuff. Do you recognize what this could be? Gum, exactly. It's a chewing gum. It was actually one of the world's very first chewing gums, which is pretty cool. And so if you go to kiosks, you can find all kinds of things that are made with mastic or seasoned with mastic. So it's really special. Kind of hard to get a hold of here because kiosks is the only place that has all those things. And now, last place that we need to visit is this place. So this is a village where they celebrate Easter in a really, really cool, unique way. Now, what do you think is happening here? Fire. It looks like fire, right? Now, well, what's happening? What do you think? Explosions? Fireworks? Yeah, they're very similar to fireworks. They're like bottle rockets. So every year at Easter, there are these two rival churches that are on both sides of the village. And they shoot bottle rockets back and forth to each other and try to hit the bell tower. You can see in this picture, there's the bell tower over here. They're trying to hit their bells. So when a bottle rocket hits it, you hear the bell ding. And whoever hits the other's bell tower the most times wins the game. But the problem is, every single year, nobody agrees on who got the most hits on the bell tower. So they're just like, it's fine, we'll just do it again next year. But they've been doing this for 200 years. So I don't know if they'll ever have a winner. But it's this really fun, unique celebration. Now, do you guys ever use bottle rockets or fireworks for any of your celebrations? Anything? Yeah. 4th of July, of course, is coming up soon. What else? New Year's. Yeah, we see fireworks at New Year's. We see the 4th of July. Do you ever see fireworks anywhere else? Yeah. Maybe at Christmas or like sometimes at weddings. Some people like to have fireworks. I think there were some white fireworks at the county fair if anyone went there on Friday. Or even Disneyland. Anyone go to Disneyland? Yeah. In Florida? Yeah. So we love to use fireworks all the time, and so do these people in Kios, which is pretty cool. They like to use fireworks just like we do. Now, I am going to show you a video of what it's like to be there. I want you to kind of imagine that you're there, and we have this little smell here. You have to smell it pretty hard. But this is the smell of sulfur. It's what all of these bottle rockets kind of smell like when you burn them. And so as you smell it, I want you to imagine that you're here. So I'm going to give it to you, and then I want you to pass it around. So you can see they're kind of protected. They put netting over all the buildings and everything in the city to make sure that nothing catches on fire. They do like to keep each other safe. You see all that? How do you think you would feel if you were there in the middle of this rocket war? What? Be freaking out, yeah. It'd be kind of scary or exciting. They call this Rukito Konenos. So it means rocket war, because they're shooting all these rockets back and forth. And you can see where they're trying to hit the bell tower right there. This is their church. Oh, I think they got one. And how do you guys think that you would feel if you were there? Scared? It could be kind of scary. Luckily that netting is up there to protect us, so you shouldn't catch on fire. Oh my gosh. It's so many fireworks, I can't even imagine. I don't think we use that many bottle rockets whenever we're celebrating at 4th of July. They They do wear special fireproof pants because there's a lot of people who are actually in the bell tower area so that they can get a good angle to shoot all their bottle rockets at the next one. Oh, Nina's calling you. You better answer it. Hey, Nina, you all packed?
Yes, I'm all packed. I'm ready for my next trip. I hope you guys enjoy getting away from my homeland. I hope you all continue your travel by exploring new places and learning about your neighbors near and far. Thanks for visiting. Now I've got to catch my plane. I'm off to Indianapolis. Yes, bye. Bye.
Yes, bye. Or tell her bye. Yes. Well, like she said, it's so important for us to get to know all of our neighbors who are near and far, to figure out the things that we have in common, like using fireworks for special holidays, and things that we do a little differently, like the different kinds of spices and things that we might put in our food. So as you continue to explore Greece, I want you to keep that in mind, all the similarities, all the differences that you can find, but how we can enjoy all of those things. So thank you so much for coming over and exploring with me. And you enjoy the rest of your time exploring here in Greece.
All right, so we were heading to the ancient Greece exhibit, and then we learned that you have to have an additional ticket for that. So you had to go down to the concierge area where you can get like your theater tickets and stuff like that for the free shows and stuff here. But the cost for these, just so you know, because you might be on a budget, trying to plan things out, the cost would be $4 for an adult, $2 for a youth, and if you're a museum member, you get that half off. So our tickets for us were $3.
We're doing it. We're making our way into the treasures of ancient Greece. We've got a monkey.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are we doing today?
Okay, and how are you?
Good.
But it looks like we are ready to begin. So today you're going to see some of Greece's most priceless treasures. These astonishing ancient objects have stories to tell. Not just stories about the Greeks and their ancestors, but stories about us and the way we live our lives today. But why hear that secondhand from me when we can let the objects speak for themselves? So allow me to introduce my friend, the caryatid statue.
Hello. It's so nice to meet you. I know statues typically aren't meant to talk, but I'm too excited to stay quiet. As my friend mentioned, I'm a caryatid statue, the kind of statue that supports buildings. The name comes from the beautiful maidens of Caryae, some of whom helped serve the great goddess of hunting, Artemis. There's Artemis now, on the big vase.
Hello there.
The maidens of Caryae, and caryatid statues like me, lived in a place that we now call Greece. Would you show them Artemis?
Of course.
Which is more than 5,300 miles from Indianapolis. Ooh, nice shot.
Oh, it was nothing.
I was sculpted there about 2,500 years ago. We call that time period ancient Greece. I know when people today think of ancient Greece, some picture ruins, like my home at the Acropolis in Athens. Oh, there I am. But these buildings weren't always old and crumbling. Well done, Artemis.
Thank you.
Now there's the Athens I remember. 2,500 years ago, temples like these were colorful and complete, and created by real people. Brilliant people whose contributions still affect our lives today. For example, lost in a shipwreck thousands of years ago and recently rediscovered, the ancient Greeks gave us a computing machine that we still study today.
This miracle of ancient technology calculated the position of the sun and planets as they passed through the constellations of the zodiac. It predicted eclipses and tracked important dates like the ancient Olympic Games. It's the world's first
gave us theater and the arts, like the plays we see on stage. They gave us democratic systems to govern, like the U.S. Congress. They gave us competitions, like the Olympic Games. They gave us standards for beauty, like perfectly balanced architecture. And they gave us myths and legends that we continue to tell to this day about heroes like Heracles and mighty gods like Zeus. I love that part. Artemis has returned. Why don't you follow her inside and see for yourself the amazing contributions the ancient Greeks have given us?
Okay, friends, go ahead and gather your belongings and step this way to explore the treasures of ancient Greece.
Reaches with her right hand for a bundle of arrows that once hung on her back. The bundle and a bow held in her left hand likely broke off and were lost to go.
Jury selection.
What did they do?
They were be random.
Oh, they pull out.
Was once carved with the images of the 12 Olympians. The ancient Greeks believed the world was ruled by these 12 gods who lived high on a mountain called Olympus. Touch a carving to learn more about the god. Zeus is sitting on his throne, holding a staff called a scepter. He is king of the gods and ruler of the earth. The ancient Greeks believed Zeus had images of the 12 Olympians.
completed your labors. Now you may join me and live as a god on Mount Olympus.
Issue 1. Hercules and Athena. Visual effect lightning bolt. Simon's Trident. Staff.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Or that costume. We did it. We made it. Side note, once you leave, you can't come back in. As it says right here, no re-entry. All right, for the Indiana Fan Tracker, that's going to do it for us at the Indianapolis Children's Museum and the Indianapolis Zoo. Did you have fun today? Yeah, super fun. Bye.